Hey cruisers, as a longtime NCL fan, I have learned exactly what you need to pack for freestyle cruising. From the amazing glow party that they have out on deck, I love the glow party, to those Alaska layers, I have got your full checklist covered today. So I'm going to link to some of my favorite gear below and even some more Norwegian Cruise Line videos to help you get prepped and ready for your cruise. So let's start with some tips that are specific to cruising with Norwegian Cruise Line. Number one, Norwegian is all about that freestyle concept, which really just means come as you are. You could literally wear shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops all week long on your Norwegian cruise if you really wanted to. But we actually recommend that you bring some nice casual types of outfits. There's really no set formal nights on Norwegian, but you get to dress however you want to dress. Specialty restaurants have some dress codes here and there, like you might need a collared shirt, and in some restaurants, baseball caps are not allowed. So you want to bring a variety of those nice casual types of outfits. Our number two tip, and this is my favorite tip of the entire video, is to pack for the glow party. If you're not familiar with Norwegian Cruise Line's Glow Party, they get everybody out on deck and people dress to the nines in their best white outfits. My husband always tells me that you should pack like nice white crisp linens, but you can really wear anything you want. There's going to be people wearing neon, there's going to be lots of people wearing white dresses. You'll even have people showing up in just white t-shirts, and it is a ton of fun. So be sure you take a little touch of white for the glow party. Next up, you want to plan on packing from multiple specialty restaurants if you are going to be hitting up some of the amazing spots that Norwegian has to offer. Le Bistro, Palomar, Cagney's. Norwegian has the best specialty dining, you guys. So you're going to potentially want to bring a few nicer outfits to enjoy them in. Next up, you might want to consider packing some gym or activewear. NCL has really nice fitness facilities, and some ships even have sports complexes. And of course, if you're doing anything active out on land on a shore excursion, you're going to want to take that into consideration too. Next, don't forget your casual and pool deck attire. NCL's overall atmosphere is super relaxed. Remember, it's freestyle. So you're going to see shorts, board shorts, swimsuits, cover-ups, sundresses, things like that are going to work everywhere. While you're out by the pool, you might want to pack some towel clips to keep your towels on your lounge chair if it gets a little bit windy too. I love that tip. You might also consider bringing a reusable water bottle or reusable coffee cup for your Norwegian cruise. They have self-serve coffee stations and self-serve water, lemonade, juices, teas, things like that. So having your own cup can be really super nice. Now, just some general packing tips for you. Packing cubes are an awesome thing to pack on your Norwegian cruise. They make packing in smaller cabins and unpacking in smaller cabins a lot easier because you can just slide your packing cubes right onto the shelves. You might also consider bringing some magnetic hooks and some clips to put on those cabin walls. Cabin walls are metal, and they're perfect for hanging bags and hats and lanyards and stuff like that. Next up, do not forget to keep your medications packed in your carry-on luggage. You want to make sure that you do not put those in your checked bags. Nothing essential should ever be checked in those bags, so keep them with you. Essential medications stay with you in your carry-on bag, just as a rule of thumb. You can also consider packing a small USB power hub to help you with extra charging in your room. So cruise cabins typically have limited outlets, and you're going to want to make sure you pack one that is approved by Norwegian Cruise Line, so check their policy often, but we usually like a small USB type hub. It's also a good idea to bring some copies of your documents, your passport, your insurance information, boarding passes. Keep copies of all of those items on hand. And you're also going to want to bring a small first aid kit, Band-Aids, pain relievers, maybe some motion sickness medication, anti-nausea medication, antacids, anything that you might use on the daily. Bring a little small supply with you in case it's difficult to get on the ship. Now let's talk about stuff that's specific to those warm weather cruises. the Caribbean, tropical, Bermuda, and Mexico cruises, the warm weather ones. You might start by considering bringing along some reef safe sunscreen. Lots of Caribbean ports now ban traditional sunscreen to protect coral reefs, and it can be a little hard to find, so pick up some reef safe sunscreen before you come on board. Like I mentioned earlier, don't forget that refillable water bottle. You want to stay hydrated on those hot days, and you can use the water stations at the buffet or throughout the ship to stay hydrated in the heat. You also want to pack lightweight, breathable clothing. Think cotton, linen, moisture wicking fabrics that work best in humidity. And if you're going to be spending some time on the beach or at a water park, bring some water shoes. Water shoes are great for those beach days. They help protect your feet. You could also consider some sandals with straps. Things that have a good grip on the bottom of them are perfect. Super nice for rocky beaches and water excursions. Some people also pack small dry bags or phone pouches to keep your phone, your valuables safe during beach days and water activities too. Also, a wide brimmed hat is a smart idea. The sun in the Caribbean, out in Bermuda, down in Mexico, it can be really powerful, and you're going to have better sun protection than with a little baseball cap. I also love to pack rash guards or swim shirts. Those provide extra protection for snorkeling and beach time. I don't know about you, but I burn in like 10 minutes, so it's essential for me. Optional, but sometimes necessary, a little insect repellent can be a good idea. Sometimes there's mosquitoes in some of these Caribbean ports, and even in Alaska too. You also might want to take some aloe or some after sun lotion just in case you have a little bit of a sunburn. Now let's switch gears and talk about colder weather cruises like Alaska. You've probably heard that layering is super important in Alaska, right? Temperatures can range from like the 40s to the 60s every day. So you're going to want those base layers like t-shirts, mid layers like your jeans and your hoodie, and outer shells like a jacket. Next, you want to make sure you're packing waterproof shoes or hiking boots. You don't necessarily need a hardcore hiking boot for Alaska, but something with a little bit of waterproof coating is so nice in case you get a lot of drizzle on your Alaska cruise. You just never know what the weather is going to be like, but for sure take those waterproof shoes or boots if you're going to be going on a glacier excursion or a rainforest walk. And for Alaska, you also want to make sure that you bring a warm, waterproof jacket. Like we mentioned, that weather is unpredictable, rain is common. You need a jacket and preferably with a hood. I also like to bring along some warm accessories, things to keep you nice and toasty. Gloves, a warm hat, a scarf. Those are great for those glacier viewing days when it gets really chilly out on deck. Everybody's drinking hot chocolate and bundling up. That might be the only time you need those accessories, but when you're out on deck, it can get really cool. And of course, pack binoculars. This is such an important tip for Alaska. Wildlife viewing opportunities are incredible up in Alaska. You don't want to miss spotting the wildlife in the water, along the mountain ranges. It is so much fun to have a pair of binoculars with you. And of course, bring some motion sickness medication. Sometimes that inside passage can be glassy and cool. Other times your Alaska cruise can be a little rocky. You want to make sure that you are prepared. Also, a backpack is very helpful for those day excursions, taking a few layers, a little bit of water, and your identification and some cash with you, and having a place to put stuff as the weather changes. One thing I didn't know when I first started cruising to Alaska is that you want to pack wool or synthetic socks. Cotton stays wet, and that means your feet stay cold. Avoid that in Alaska. Pack wool or synthetic socks. And lastly, for Alaska, make sure that you bring some sort of a portable phone charger, just something to slide in that backpack on those shore days, because you're going to be taking tons of photos of that wildlife and scenery. Now, if you're going to Europe or the Mediterranean, it's important to remember to pack some modest clothing. Lots of European churches and sites require your shoulders and your knees to be covered. Also critical in Europe, comfortable walking shoes. European ports often involve extensive walking, and sometimes that's on cobblestones, so you need cozy shoes. Also, crossbody bag, anti-theft purse, very helpful for avoiding pickpocket situations. pickpockets can target tourists in major European cities. A universal power adapter is also great for hotel stays and to use in your cruise ship cabin because sometimes the outlets can differ from US plugs. Also, a light jacket or cardigan in Europe is great. Those Mediterranean evenings can be cool, even in the summertime. Some people also take a small umbrella because Europe can have little unexpected rain showers, but it can also be used to protect you from the hot sun. And then, of course, you want that dressier, casual attire for European dining and nightlife. It can be a little bit more formal over there than the Caribbean. So, friends, that is our Norwegian Cruise Line packing guide. I hope you found this helpful. Please give us a like and let me know down in the comments where you are sailing next. And if you want more NCL specific tips, I've got a ton of videos linked for you to check out as well. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye bye.